Sorry about the messiness in general. I just got back from the gym and I actually have time to film a video really quick. First one, but I applied for the Interac network to teach for a year in Japan starting in April of 2014, and I'm really excited, and I just wanted to get some practice in front of the camera because I was invited for their last interview stage, and part of that is going to be me speaking in front of a camera, and it's gonna suck, but I'll get through it, I'm sure. But I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about beginning stages because it's a 3-step process. It's October 25th, yes, and my phone interview was yesterday. So with Interac, you apply online. It's not that long of an application. It's got an essay at the end of it and your basic information, work history, etc. And so not that bad, but they do have little like blurbs that you write about like about your major, and there's a few through there, your language experience and any certifications. You describe the process of getting them. Like I have a TEFL certificate. I'm currently getting a Teaching English to Young Learners certificate, so I had to write, I think, 500 or 1,000 characters about that. So it's not that bad. I spent some time on it because I really wanted it to be good because I really want this job. So, I mean, it definitely pays to have the best grammar and spelling and everything that you possibly can because you are applying to teach English. So, any mistakes would probably be frowned upon. But anyway, after that is submitted, they called me actually. I was checking my email all the time, and it was about a week later, I think, that they called me, and I missed the call, of course, because it was in the morning and I was off doing stuff. I freaked out because I knew that there was a phone interview afterwards, but I didn't know that they were just going to call to say we're going over your application. So I freaked out when I got the message because I was like, I did something wrong. I was like, oh my god, what did I do? And please don't reject me. And so I'm not prepared for this interview yet. So I freaked out and I was like feeling sick all day because I hate talking on the phone anyway. I don't really know why. It's kind of a pointless fear, I guess. But it freaks me out kind of a lot. So when I got this message, I was freaking out all day, and I didn't have really the courage to call him back because I didn't know if it was my interview or not. So I need to prepare for this, and so I'm freaking out, and I go to the gym just to let off some steam. And so I get back from there. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, okay, I got this. So I call back, and this Rochelle I got, she's actually going to be my recruiter now, so that's really fun. So I've already kind of talked to her for a little bit. But yeah, so they just go over your application. If they have anything that you didn't fill out completely, or if they have questions about something, then that's where they do it. And then they schedule your phone interview. So mine they called on a Wednesday, and my phone interview is scheduled for not the following day, Thursday, but the next Thursday. So I had a week and a day to just kind of psych myself up for it. But again, phone calls freak me out. Again, I don't really know why, they just do, and interviews are never fun anyway, so I'm very anxious at this point. The day before, I'm like, okay, I have to get ready for this, so I pretty much stalk YouTube and blogs and everything I could possibly find on the Interac phone interview, and everywhere, everybody says, don't freak out, it's just the simplest thing in the world. Super chill, I mean, they're very nice, and I don't believe them because it's a phone call and it's an interview, it's a teaching in Japan that I really want, so how on earth could that be easy? But yeah, come the next day, freaking out, my phone interview is scheduled for 10:30 in the morning, my time, Pacific time, and because they're based in Utah. So yeah, the phone rings, I have a mini heart attack. It's like, oh my god, it's actually happening. I have all my notes. I took it was actually very helpful. I compiled all of the questions I found online, and then I answered all of them kind of with little bullet points so that I could refer to them when they actually asked the question. And I think that's what helps really keep me calm when I was talking to them, was that I already had something planned out to say, and this is how, like, the order that it's going to go in my logical little order. And that really helped, because once I actually did pick up the phone, because I needed to breathe first, it went really well. I mean, believe what you read about it on the internet. It's super chill. They're very friendly, very professional, but yes, very, very friendly and always super helpful. What threw me for a little bit was they asked, do you have any questions for me for the first question? And I'm used to that at the end of an interview, so I'm used to asking questions like, so is there anything that I did in this interview that I would need improving on, or is there anything I wouldn't be qualified for in this job based on, like, what you've seen of me? And obviously I couldn't do that at the beginning of the interview, so I had to do some quick improvisation, but it went okay, and made him think actually about one of the answers. But yeah, basically the questions you find everywhere else, the why Japan specifically? Why do you want to teach in Japan? Have you ever lived in Japan? What makes a good ALT? And they send you an email before with 2 documents that they want you to be familiar with. And so they ask you questions kind of based off of that. We laughed about my fear of needles because he asked about tattoos. So yeah, needles, awesome. All my fears are coming out in this interview. Experience, obviously, every employer wants to know if you've had teaching experience, and do you have any teaching certificates, and do you mind rural or driving, which I don't. I prefer not to drive. I really just want to be able to take public transportation. I'd love to be able to walk or bike, easy everyday exercise, but I don't mind driving, I guess. Yeah, and then startup funds or whatever, but yeah, it was just super chill, very nice. Be prepared, because I think they're writing stuff down about you at the after you're finished answering a question, so there'll be pauses at the end of your answer, so don't freak out and just ramble to fill in the blank. They're doing something, I'm assuming, so it's okay. Just leave it as a pause, and they'll ask you the next question after that. Just make sure you have a full and complete answer, and there's no need to ramble, like I'm doing right now. Yay. Anyways, so yeah, it went pretty good. Took about maybe 10 minutes to do all the questions, and then after that, he said he would push me forward to the next interview stage, which is the seminar. And the next time they're having a seminar in LA, which is the one I would be going to, is December 7th. So he took another 10 minutes to explain all of that. And so yeah, that's why the call took 20 minutes, I guess. It was 19 minutes and 40 seconds or something. So it was pretty close, but half of it was me just listening to him. But yeah, it was good. And don't worry, you got this. It's very easy interview, just very, very basic interview. Be peppy, because they can't see you smiling and, being all cute, but yeah, you have to sound more excited than you would normally, but that's just a phone interview, I guess. It was my first one. I think it went actually quite well. But yeah, I'm actually leaning towards Interac over the JET program, just because I'm an elementary teacher, and I hear it's easier and more common for elementary and junior high school to teach at elementary, junior high schools with Interac versus JET. I've actually heard is more junior high school. If that's wrong, please tell me, but that's just what I've heard is kind of the general makeup of their ALTs. But if you're in elementary school with JET, that'd be great. I think I'm also leaning for if I don't get early departure debt, which is probably not going to happen because that's very, very limited. Definitely Interac. I'm getting more and more excited about Interac actually because I've actually started and gone through most of their application process. Yay! It's just the seminar! Expect updates about demo lessons and the seminar and JET and Japan in general. Yay! Alright, bye guys!